Welcome traders, welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy for the second day of the trading week. Coming up very soon in 15 minutes time, CPI. Let's trade the CPI with high probability trade setup. On Xauusd, I was looking at the lower time frame. We can see there is a very strong breakdown here, and it is currently approaching a very important daily support level here that we can see. Now the question is, the market is getting a bounce or dropping down here? That's what the question that we will be answering in this live session. And if there is any trading opportunity, definitely we will be looking for entry in this market. At the moment, what you can see, the price is showing significant opportunity. Potentially there is a high probability for the market to drop here, and let's see where we can find entry in this market. So I'm waiting for everyone to show up. If you guys are here, let's trade the market with the news coming up, and I would like to see if you guys are here giving a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. So let's begin, and let me know if you have any question for starting with this this session here, with a big probability for further drop in the on gold, as there is a big breakup structure here. Now from the 1 hour after this liquidity grab and breakdown, we can see the market currently pushing back down, and it might be dropping down here. As you can see, this is the daily support. The market so far from this daily support early, it made an equal long wick on both sides. Now either we might see gold to break below or bounce back up. This is a puzzle here that we need to look at, as the market is approaching a very key area of support. Do you think that gold's gonna be bouncing back to the upside or breaking below the support? You can let us know in the live chat before the news. Let's see what's the opinion at the moment. Here locally we can see that there is a downtrend here on gold in that area. So with this downtrend, we may be able to find trading opportunity as news is coming 15 minutes, 12 minutes. We don't want to open at the moment, waiting for CPI to get released so that we have high probability opportunity with the volatility in the market. So let's look at, first of all, multi-time frame analysis, and then we will be looking at the lower time frame to see how we can entry in this market. So waiting for everyone. If you guys can hear me, can you say yes on the live chat? Thank you very much. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So when you looking gold today, looking at gold, and we are looking at the moment, you can see the market is showing that potential entry opportunity. Potentially gold, you can see there is a big drop here from this level, and with the drop the market has come back here to this support level, and here the market after this drop currently it's trying to pull back. There is a daily, this is a daily support, and this is where I'm looking at for the market to come up and then to retest, as this is an important daily support here. And from the daily support that you can see in that area, expecting for the price to potentially drop and then to revert back again to the upside. Now with that being said, looking at on Xauusd to see potential entry here for this session, as there is a probability for the market to potentially drop back down here, as this market is currently highly bearish. So let's see that where the price potentially be heading to. Looking at the 4 hour here, it's a falling market, and with that fall market, this is a full breakup structure to the daily support level. Coming down to the daily support, we may see that the market potentially coming here, retesting the daily support, and then reverting back to the upside with another momentum. So with that being said, looking at the market to see either the price to penetrate below or revert back to the upside, as what is going down is likely to go down. That's the law of trading. We still can expect for the market to potentially remain bearish in that area. So looking at the 1 minute, here you can see it's trying to break below in the direction of the major trend here. So waiting for the lower time frame confirmation, looking at the 15 minutes here as well. So you can see this is the 15 minutes candle, and if this one is closing as a bearish candle, but I think that the next one could continue to drop here in that area. So looking at 5 minutes also, which is showing significantly also bearish price action. Now for me to look for potentially sell entry, looking for sell entry here for possible drop in that market. So we would like to see that on the 1 minute chart. You can see it is currently forming bearish price action here in that area. So expecting a possible bearish move here. So waiting for the market to show potentially a bear price action. So if we look at here, you can see it is forming a narrow doji. Now this is a bearish channel that you can see. Would like to see the market has potentially broken that bearish channel here and then giving us that possible entry. This is a lower time frame resistance line, and also if you look at the 30 minutes, big drop. 15 minutes, this is the 15 minutes resistance line, and if the market is going to that level on the 15 minutes resistance in that area, this is where we can look for possible sell entry in that area if the market going up and retesting this level. So let's wait to see if it is going up for another liquidity grab here in that area. That's where we will be looking for possible sell entry, as this is a currently it's a falling market and may keep push down. If you look at the 5 minutes, you can see when I was waiting for the price to retest this level here, as the market is highly bearish. Would like to see a liquidity grab so that we can enter as soon as we see the market prepared for a bigger move. So it's approaching the daily. This is the daily low, which is 3235 level, and as the market approaching the daily low, we may see that the price to potentially retest and then to return back here. So we'll be expecting a push back to the upside that we can see, and that push, if it is going back up to that level here, to this 20 EMA from the 1 minute chart, if we look at, that is where we can look for possible sell entry. And as the data coming in 5 minutes time, we don't want to enter at the moment, and with the news expecting a spike up. So if it is going with the news with the spike to the upside, is an opportunity for us to sell. Now if the spike is down, then even we might see a potential reversal, but at the moment I do not want to go in any direction until the data coming giving us that potential directional bias in this market. So what's your opinion? And thank you very much for joining this live session. Let's look at now if you guys look at it, you can see this is a channel that was coming down here. Okay, so with that drop with this channel, now as this market is coming down with this channel here, we can see that this is a channel, and from this channel expecting that the price to potentially come back here and then break below this support level in that area. So here is the price approaching that zone where there is a this is the 5 minutes candle closed also showing a bearish move, and wanting to see that it's breaking out of that channel so that we can find a possible entry as 5 minutes remaining for the upcoming data. That's where we want to see that the price is going back up here, going against the trend. And if the market is going against the trend, that's where we will be able to see that the price potentially prepared for another wave of drop here. Would like to see a short-term upside here, and if we see that short-term upside, that's where we will be able to see that this market is potentially prepared for a drop again. And this is the daily low, this is the daily support, and this is the daily low. So if the market breaks below, we might see even breaking that potentially this daily low, which is 3215, if it gains enough momentum. So I'd like to see that bounce to the upside, which is good to see that it's pushing back to the upside. And that bounce is important for us to see that the market is potentially preparing for another move here. So waiting for the price to show that potential movement, and once we see the price has prepared for that move, we will be able to see that the market is giving us that entry opportunity that we are looking at. This is the 5-minute chart. Now you can see it's pushing back up, and that pushing back to the upside is important to see that the market has potentially prepared for another wave of drop in that market. So as this is a long term, currently here it is in a bear market. If the data giving us a liquidity grab, we may be able to potentially find selling opportunity, but we will be waiting for the data to come up. As you can see, it may spike up and then return back up. That's where we will get the best opportunity to trade this market. Waiting for that possible setup. Are you guys ready for that? Let me know if you have any question. Let's wait to see the best trade possible in the market. And once we see the market has given us that suitable entry, we have 2 minutes to go for the news. We can enter into the trade here. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Ready for a big day? Good morning, good evening, boss. Thank you. Yes, now what we can see, as this market is highly bearish here in that area, what we can expect here, that this market to potentially to trend in that zone here. So this is where a smaller candlestick pattern, expecting that the market to revert back in that direction to this support level here. And there is a doji in this area. And with this doji, you can see the market slowly coming back here. So we have only 1 minute to go. What's your prediction on the coming up news? So let me start with a poll to see if you guys look at. Starting with a poll, what's your opinion on Xauusd? What's your opinion on Xauusd? With the news, let me test as a poll. Gold drop. So I have sent a poll. Let's see what you guys are up to. And that's a spike here that you can see. A big spike. That's a big spike from the daily low. Let's delete those lines again to understand the reference level here. So you see that there is a spike, and that is spike here. If we look at, this is a resistance line, right? So we can see there is a resistance here where this is the 1 hour price action, 30 minutes, 5 minutes here, pretty big move. That 1 minute chart, you can see there's a long wick candle formation. Now the question is, after this candle close, is the market dropping again or having another wave of bounce? So let's see to see what kind of price it might be forming here. So you can see there is a long wick doji here, waiting for the price to show proper entry. And with that in mind, we can see from here, with this inverted head and shoulder, we can see the price potentially bouncing back to the upside here. Let's see where it is heading to. And alright, so here is the price slowly pushing back down. If you look at the 15 minutes here, it's approaching that 15 minute support level from the 5 minutes a long wick doji. So the first step is for us to look for the directional bias. We need to know that either this market is still bearish or preparing for a bullish, because we want to sell or buy in the direction of the trend. So for me, it's here so far what we see, that this is a currently still with this one candle, the news candle. We see that after this the price is slowly trying to this is now in a sideway, big long candle, red candle, long candle. So it's in a sideway in that area, and with that sideway market, what you can see, the price form an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder, we can see the price potentially to see that where it might be heading to. Now with that in mind, as you can see the price, there is a long wick, it's slowly getting that rejection, expecting for the market to see either this price is now easily it can move in any direction yet, as it's in a consolidation. So looking at here, 15 minutes, a big long wick doji that being formed, 5 minutes, also long wick candle on the 5 minutes. And here is what you can see, the market in this area giving a probability for a drop here. So we'll be waiting to see that what kind of price action it might be forming. So there is a doji here. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a 1 minute price action, 30 minutes looking at the price is approaching that support. So this is in a very crucial level at the moment, either to break below, okay, either to break below or bounce back to the upside. 15 minutes is trying to form a bear candle to the daily low. So okay, here now it's forming bearish price action that you can see. So that might give this price potentially a bearish momentum. If we look at 5 minutes candle closing, but now it may have another spike or it may drop here. So it's closing as a doji here. Okay, so you can see the last moment getting some rejection. That means we may see that some deeper liquidity grab. This is the current resistance line. Let's wait to see if the market is going back up again here for another liquidity grab. Yeah, there might be some deeper liquidity grab here. So you can see it's got a rejection, so that might be deeper liquidity grab in that area. And with that deeper liquidity grab, if we look at, Now with that liquidity gap, looking at the 1 hour, for us for an entry, we'll be looking to see that the market is potentially heading back here to the 20 EMA. So lower time frame, you can see there is a move, expecting it to go back up here to this liquidity zone and then to return back down. So here it is showing possible upside in that direction. As this is from the daily support, if you look at the daily low is here, it may try to go back up again to the daily resistance line. Let's wait to see. So what you can see in this area, it's formed an inverted head and shoulder, and then with this inverted head and shoulder, it's now breaking below. It's still directionally, it's still not clear until we see that full clear directional bias. We'll be waiting. Hello, welcome. How much is your course cost and what is the benefits and how many students are really interested? Zamir, thanks for asking. Currently, if you guys want to join us in the academy, currently few spots available. You can find link below this video for the website www.forextradingwizard.com, and if you are joining here, you will be here lifetime members in the academy for all the courses as well as the education that I'm offering, along with the mentoring, regular trade, that all the trade that I open I do share in the group. Today we had another incredible win, back to back 2 wins, including the yesterday's one. And the most important part here that I emphasize is most areas you'll see that there is only education here in the academy, education and also live trades, right? So this is what important that for a trader to see side by side how the trade was open and what you have learned. So only education, only going through the course will never make you a trader, because you need to look at the live trading, right? So this is what today also you had sent one trade on Xauusd that has given us also profit after the yesterday's one, and keep going on. So for those who are in the academy, we have automated system as well as day trading regular group that where all my trade is being shared, along with all the strategy that everything that I have learned is recorded on the website. It's a long experience that you can gain through, and currently lifetime access available. If you want to explore more, you can visit www.forextradingwizard.com. This is the website where you can find in the description of this video to explore more about the education as well as the courses that you can learn and grow. And once you are here in the lifetime as a lifetime member, you can access all the trading tools, indicators, automated system, mentoring, live trade, VIP chat group, as well as regular day to trade that I am opening, including the commentary on the trade, winning trades or losing trades, the commentary that will be shown in the group. That will a great learning experience that you guys can explore from here. So as I mentioned, if you are not a dedicated trader, then I would encourage you not to join but to learn from this live session. That's completely fine. You can learn from the live session as well, but it might take little time, and mistakes on trading really cost a lot. So it's nothing in comparison with what you guys will be learning here. You need a mentor. I tried by myself. Without mentor, trading is not possible, because it's something that is not available to publicly to learn from anywhere, right? So that's why mentoring is so important. And here in the academy, that is why there is a diverse way to learn. And as you know that currently AI trading is very popular, and which is in fact it's a demand of time, and we had an that unparalleled way, a very systematic way, that automated system currently available for the members in the academy currently. So if you guys are here as a member, you can access all of that. And also in addition to that, from this live session, for those who are dedicated to watch the live session focusing on learning and growing as a trader, every day we offer one membership from this live session as a giveaway, so that you can join the academy lifetime, to become a lifetime member in the academy. So if you want to stay in that competition, make sure you stick till the end, take notes, all the education learning that is being offered here. And also if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask at the moment in the live chat. I'm here to answer all the traders helping each other. So good should after negative CPI results. Yep. What about academy fees? Is there a promo code? So you can visit the website. Currently you guys can see all the information. You can scroll down to the website to find all the information. Do you trade full-time? Of course, not only full-time. I'm a full-time mentor, trading coach, trading full-time. This is what I do, almost 14 hours a day, sometimes more than that. So yeah, of course. Now, you might say, okay, how do you trade 14 hours a day? That when you can, that learn, when you love something, like something, you can spend a lot of time. That's why becoming a trader means that, being a trader, as we discussed many times, trading and becoming a trader is very different, right? So becoming and doing, two things, right? So there are a little bit of confusion sometimes arises, right? So being is quantum, doing is Newtonian, right? So if you do something, you stay in a zone where you need to apply forces, right? So there are two physics. One is Newtonian, right? So there is an object A and there is object B. So if you apply force on the object A to move to the location B, so if you wanna push that object from A to B, you need to apply force, right? So that's the Newton's law. So the first law, if you want to, three laws I have forgotten, but this is the Newton's law, right? So that it's Newtonian physics, that you need to apply force to move an object from A to B. While becoming or being is the quantum, like where you don't apply force anything or you don't do anything, you become. So when you become, what you are doing is you are moving through the space and you are experiencing what is needed. So when you become, you drag something, you become. It's a subtle abstract. So if I give you a little clearer example, let's say you are in the kitchen and you wanna chop vegetables, right? So you took a fork or spoon to chop that vegetable, that you can't do it, right? Or it's gonna be very awful if you want to try that, because it's the one is created for things that is being. So to chop, what you have to become, right? So you have to become to chop that. So that is being. Doing is the act of taking. So if you trade in the way you are, that is doing. So you need to change in the level of being rather than doing. So who is doing is more important than doing. So that's where, right? So that's where being is more important. And when you act from the place of being, that's where you become. So who do you become? To become a trader is to become a trader, right? So how do you become a trader? How does the trader work? As trading is emotional and it's not easy to make money, but for those who can make money, they make money, right? So so you have to become one of the 9 out of 10 trader. So that's where you become a trader. So to become a trader, you need to act and like a trader. So this is why creating an identity of a trader, this is where you become a trader. So now let's see what kind of price action is forming while we are discussing about the trading psychology. If the market is preparing for a potential, this is the 1 hour chart here. Let's see if the market is preparing for any kind of price action here, that it is trying to create a momentum in that area. I think there might be sideways or is still showing possible bullish momentum here. So this is a resistance line, and there was a big drop here. Now it's trying to show a bullish momentum, but I'm still not looking to buy, and because neither to sell, as this is locally currently showing that bullish channel, but here there is a drop. So if the market breaks from that level, that's where the opportunity might come here. So slowly it is creating. So I think it's trying to break below now. Let's wait to see. I was looking at the multi-time frame analysis to see potential the price movement. Still not ready for any entry. In the meantime, also we can look for what's happening with the one on currencies. So also we will be looking at here GBPJPY. GBPJPY currently having an uptrend. So you can see that it's in an uptrend. So GBPJPY, we can see that it's showing a bullish bias here on GJ. And with that bullish bias, we can see the market from this doji. We may see the price to potentially moving back to the upside here. Well, you can see that there is a rejection here on Xauusd. GBPJP will keep on for watching, while we can see that gold from this resistance line, there is a rejection here. Now for us entry, for finding entry here, the market just has broken from this structure. So you can see there is a long wick, and we might be able to enter earlier here. At the moment, we'll be waiting for a directional bias. So here at the moment, with this multiple liquidity gap, it managed to break below, and that may lead that price to come back here to the daily support. So if you draw that daily support here, that you can see that this is the daily support, and with that daily support, okay, so you can see the market here, and this is where a very interesting price action confirmation here, and with the daily the support approaching, for us to enter, either to sell or buy, we'll be waiting for a daily support confirmation, what kind of price action it is forming on the daily support. What we can see, that you can see it's a very narrow consolidation in that area, which is a very narrower area, smaller consolidation, and that consolidation is where the price may prepare for another move. This is the 1 hour price action, and with that 1 hour candle, as we can see from here, a complete drop. How this candle closing is important. Because based on that candle close, you will be able to see if the market potentially to again drop here or to have another bounce. But I was waiting to see that the market tested this low here, which is the daily support, before it move back in any direction. GBPJPY showing that bullish price action where gold is in a sideway. Here is a very narrow consolidation here in this area. So it's slowly breaking below here to the direction. Here this is a, if we look at here 5 minutes, so you can see there is a bear candle formation. The market is still showing that bearish movement here, and this is so far bearish in that area. Approaching the daily support where the market is heading to that level, and we can see that downtrend continuation still. Now this 5 minutes candle is bearish price action here. We may see that the market to go back here for another liquidity grab, and so you can see the 1 hour closed with a also long wick at the bottom. The market slowly approaching back to the upside. Now here this price action, if we look at to see if the price potentially preparing for another bounce before the 4-hour close, let's delete those lines here to understand that if we have any possible entry. Thank you very much. Short. Okay, so no resistance. Good morning, thank you very much. It's the live session. Welcome. What books do you recommend on trading? Couple of books that you guys can look at for traders, and one of the best one I found is Mark Douglas. His trading strategy is much more practical. There are many other books that you can read, but I personally prefer to watch educational lessons, because books are mostly for trading psychology. So because books mostly will give you an idea about the trading psychology, which is but in fact, to become a better trader, along with the trading psychology where you can learn from books, but the technical aspect and in the live market how the price is moving, that is where the key here to know that. So here some of the areas that we can see. Now if you guys look at the market structure here, that we can see that the price from this level started to in this area. What I think that this may try to push back to the upside for another wave of bounce here. So if you look at, this is a resistance line here that you can see, and this is the 5 minutes price action that is closing. There might be the way it is heading, there is an inverted head and shoulder, so there is a possibility for a pushing back to the upside here. This is the 4-hour resistance. So if we look at here, keeping 53 pip stop loss, I'm going for a long position here with a market order, keeping a stop loss below this low. TP target to this 4-hour resistance will not be take a big, because there is not much space here. So I'm looking for going long here on Xauusd, is keeping the stop loss below this low. TP target to 3252 and this is a probability for a short-term bullish move. So I've opened buy here on Xauusd for a possible upside bias. Second trade for the day. So placing a buy here, and with a possible upside, while we can see the market just has got rejection, and I'm on the trade, might reflect to the upside again. Now expecting that Xauusd to potentially trend back to the upside, and we are on the trade here. Let's try to catch here some potential peep, as if we look at the lower time frame and the higher time frame, here we see there is a rejection with an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute chart. And if the trend is going back up, we will be able to see some gain, but at the same time, if it is in the last moment we saw there was a rejection. So let's see that where, if it is heading back to the upside, that we can see some improvement. The price just pushing back to the upside, and the key here is to look for a trade that is going in our favor with the direction of the trend, running in profit. And this is the third trade for my entry was little late, so but we'll be waiting to see. You guys probably have got a better entry, because when I was entering, the market dropped. It's almost trying to push back to the upside, and here it is creating series of higher low. With that series of higher low creation, expecting it to go back to the resistance line. And yeah, so I've just entered into the profit area, and would like to see here, if it is pushing back up, then we will be able to get 75 pip move back to the upside. And let's try to catch this one here. Are you guys with me? Give a thumbs up here if you enjoy this live session. Thank you. Join from Kenya, welcome. Market Reviews, welcome. What I think here is gold is potentially going to test the support. Thank you. What is the strategy you used for this trade? All right, so this is a very good question. I like that question. And let's first look at the trade here, which is running in profit. Now, the reason I like this question, guys, if you just open a trade, you probably get one trade, but looking for always looking for the long-term understanding about the strategy, about the market, is the best approach to become a trader. Because one trade could be a losing trade, could be a winning trade, but once you understand the strategy, the education behind the trade, next time you can look for this kind of trade in the market whenever it arises. So the strategy here used is trend following, and all my trade that I open is based on the trend, because trend is your friend all the time as long as you are a trader. Because when you trade with the trend, you, even with if you have a losing trade, if you don't win a trade, is still long term. If you do the proper risk management and trade with the trend, you're gonna be profitable for the long term when you know that. So here got rejection. So let's see that now, if the market is again pushing back up, I think still will try to push back to the upside. It's nearing our entry. What music is this? Moving a little sideways, but expecting to have a possible bullish bias to the upside. So here you can see this forming a couple of dodges and still maintaining series of higher low, expecting it to break to the upside. The consolidation is come on, it's getting rejection. So because whenever the market grabs liquidity from one side, the other side become the market moves on the other side. So from the 5 minutes we saw there is a liquidity grab, but now still I think there is a probability for so now if it is rejecting from here, expecting that to push back to the upside. Okay, so it has moved back up, has entered into the again our entry. Now this last candle, it's not what we expected. So there is a 15 minutes almost to the support. So looking at 15 minutes candle, that's has broken the support here from the 1 hour. So you may see trend continuation. It's a big long wick candle. I'd like to wait to see that either it's breaking all this low, so we are out with the trade, and that might be, if you look at it, it drop again to the daily support, and we will be looking to see if the market again heading back up here. There is it just has got a rejection from here, and we'll look for the next trade here. So this one has got 60 pip. 59 pip minus, so we will look for the next one. Let's wait to see from the daily here, as if we look at the daily chart, the market is from the daily, it just has crossed the daily low and showing a sharp bearish trend. For short term, we might see that downtrend here on this market. So you see there is a, after this 1 minute candle formation, it just has got another rejection, so it just took that trade. Now from the daily support, let's wait to see if the market is heading back up again. If we look at, this is an important support here on the lower time frame, and if we look at the 30 minutes, 15 minutes here, that's a big rejection from this support. Now if it move back up, we might see that potentially going back to the long-term resistance. So I'm going for another buy with a again with a full risk management, 69 pips stop loss, again targeting to the high of the daily, as if it return back, we could see the market to potentially return back to the daily. So this is the move on the stop loss here. If it revert back, we should be able to see a bigger move here, so that we can have that the previous trade to be covered fully. And I have opened long here again. So stop loss at 3234.47 and TP at 3257.51. Even we may be able to adjust it, because if the market goes back up, it's gonna potentially to hit that daily high, so which is possibly to 3265 if the market trend back to the upside here, which a probability, as if we look at the lower time frame, 5 minutes here, we can see there is a sharp rejection, and wanting to see the market to potentially trend back up, but our TP target 3257.52, which we might see the market to potentially trend back. Let's wait to see where it is heading to. Thank you for joining the live session. If you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. It's heading to the upside here, and with that heading back to the upside, expecting it to continue. Okay, so here we can see the market is trying to push back up. We'll be holding it, as if the market going up to the daily resistance line, as it tested the daily low, we may see a short-term move here for this potential bullish move. And so the strategy here is the daily price action. If you look at here, you can see this is the daily level. Okay, so pushing back up here. Now if it straight goes back up, then if it can go back to our full TP, that will be 165 pip, and that's gonna be a big one if it's going back up here. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session, also there are more updates, education, analysis also shared in the Telegram channel, so you can join here for staying up to date, and also do give promotion on the free Telegram channel for taking the members more often to the academy for lifetime. Along with, if you want to check out now to some of the opportunity available to join for the lifetime members to become a member in the academy, you can visit the website here, link below this video, where some position open to take in the mentorship for lifetime, where you can learn the strategy that I'm trading, and also get access to all my trading tools, as well as mentorship that is offered, currently open for limited time. So you can find link below this video for any question. Also you can use the live chat in the website to ask. So let's look at now here in this area. This is a primary bounce, and if this market is heading back to the upside, or again if it is a false breakout, this is the 1 hour support. Looking at the 30 minutes, also there is a rejection, so possibility for also an upside is a probability, because this is the daily level. Okay, so if it is getting that rejection, we may see the market to potentially go back up to the daily level. So we see some possible trend continuation here with this rejection trying to trend back up. So it's pushing back to the upside here with a momentum and wanting to hold it for possible bigger move. Now if it managed to break this high, we'll see that straight going potentially back to 325,960 level. Currently trending back to the upside here. It's trying to break below, and so 30 minutes candle closed. Now it's trying to so just crossing our entry again at entry at the moment. So let's see if the price is giving us any probability for further up, as it has just crossed that previous liquidity zone. And if it is okay, so you may see some improvement back to the upside. The key here is to look for the directional bias. Okay, so the trend. form a liquidity candle, and so you're at entry, but I would like to see this getting that reaction to the upside. Now here is what you can see. The price has, this is a support here, and so building up here, the way it is looking at, if we see this inverted head and shoulder playing out here now, let's see, as the buyers creating long wick candle, still expecting to have an upside bias. As currently we have entered in a profit area, but it's still running in. Expected a bigger move back to the upside, which is to go back to the daily resistance line, and with that notion we are holding the trade, though it is creating quite a few long wick dodges here. Which is a possible sign of so 1 hour. If we look at the price action here, is so the bulls not being able to break strongly now. So it's on and just touch that support. From here we may see a reaction to the upside, and do you think gonna go back up? I see some kind of bullish order being coming, and if that's the move that the market is preparing, we'll see that. The only thing, this candle currently, we wanted to see that if it wants to go back up, So 5 minutes candle closed with a so there is another 1 minute candle, and let's wait to see if this is the price at entry at the moment. Just move back up our entry, and we are currently at entry, still running in. But let's wait to see if we will be running the trade or no. Okay, so it's showing bullish still, so I'm holding it. As long as it's a probability to move, we will be keeping running, or as soon as we see the market not going in our favor, we can easily close it in the fastest time possible. As what happened there, the chart became non-loading. Okay, so the price again has come back to the daily support, where the market is testing again to the daily support. So you're out with the trade, and this is a strongly bearish, started another bearish move. So looking for the 4-hour chart, we can see with the back-to-back two narrow candle formation, it started to break below. Now daily price action, the price just has crossed the daily low. Let's wait for a peak up from the daily low. As it started to drop here, we may see now to come back here in that support. We'll take another trade for the third one once we see the market has done enough move. So it's started to drop, means that we may see now potential trend continuation in that direction. Look at the 5 minutes. So this is the 5 minutes price action. We'll most likely be seeing a trend continuation here, and So waiting for a possible break here. Let's see that where the price might be heading to, but you can see that from this level it just has got that possible rejection here in that area. So if we look at the 4 hour here, you can see it's a complete break below, and there's a 1 hour candle close coming, and this is the daily low. The market has just tested the daily support, and after this candle close from the lower time frame, now when the market come back to such an important support here, as the daily price is on a very crucial level, we will see that either the market to come back to retest the daily low or returning back to the upside here. So looking at the, if you look at the 4 hour here, which is closing in a couple of minutes, 4 hour candle, and the price may try to retest this support here on the 4 hour chart. So we will look to see that if there is any trading opportunity for this short term drop here on the lower time frame. If we look at so you can see here it's after this liquidity grab starts to break below in that area. So before the 1 hour candle close here, we can see the price here in this support, which is showing that probability to come back here. So 4 hour, we can see there is a if we want to look for any sell that was looking to see that where is the area of value. So as this market started to break below in that level, we may see the market. This is the 5 minutes candlestick pattern. As you can see, this 5 minutes price action is also, it is this candle, if it is closing below, which is basically a bearish price action, and that 5 minutes candle, if we see this closing back below, we may be able to see that further downside in that market. So looking at the 5 minutes here, from a very interesting price action in that area. So so this is a complete break of support level here in that area. And now as the market has dropped to this that support on the lower time frame, as you can see, it's a, from this level, it's a complete break below here. And at the moment, looking at this lower time frame from the also the 15 minutes candlestick pattern that you can see closing, which is also showing that with the 4-hour close potential bearish move. So we see a higher time frame close coming. Now with that higher time frame candle close, it's called going down, needs to clear a low before it comes up. So here it's just keep pushing back down in that area, which is from here. There is a no man's land here, and this is a a clean imbalance that we can see if you look at the daily. So with these two narrow green candle formation, the market started to break below. Now at the moment for us, for the next entry, as there is a 4-hour close coming. If you look at, you can see this is the 4-hour candle closing, and where it's complete break to the daily support. For us to look for the candle close on the lower time frame and the higher time frame. So 4-hour candle close. Now with this candle close, this market may continue to rise, or we could see another drop. The trend is still bearish, but if it revert from this level to the upside, that's what we would like to see, that if the market trend is changing or it's just keep pushing down again. So it's bearish price action here has formed, and that means the price to continue to the direction of the trend. So we may see that the price to potentially continue to the direction of the trend. So waiting on that move here, it may try to revert back some pullback, as if the market reverses from here, which is one probability, then we may see bounce. But after such a strong downtrend, I think we have to wait for to see what it might do here in that area. So the price action looks still weaker. That means the sellers is still in control. Now if it creates a reversal pattern in that area, then we will be looking for entry. Until it creates that reversal pattern, we'll be waiting here for possible entry. Now, because there's a 4-hour long bearish candle, the bias is still bearish, but at the same time it's on a trend line. So there is probability for a rejection from here. To the 4-hour resistance line. You want to go another position here. It's a very strongly falling market, so less likely to go very high. Short term we could see some move here to 70 pip, around that. Still not entering to see it's getting that bounce. So we'll be taking a position here again to this level with 2% risk, as this is a probability to go to that level. So here we'll be taking little one step more risk than the previous ones to cover up that. So I have opened that buy from here, as there is a probability for short-term rejection from this level, and my risk here is double than the previous one, not too big. So basically 2%, the one previous 1%, now 2%, and wanting to see this pushing back up here to the resistance line, and will not take too big target here. That's why I increase a little bit of higher risk for this short-term move, that we can potentially look for the close earlier if it goes back according to the plan, so that we can stay break even for the day. For this live session, though, we had early today one trade on the VIP, which has worked out very well. So place that buy here, and now expecting to have a short-term bullish bias. So this is another recovery trade. So if this one worked out, that we will be basically staying for this session for break even, because we'll be counting double pip here if it goes up, as the risk is double. So basically it will be around 130 pip if the plan, according to the plan, the market moves in that direction. Here we may see some short term bounce. So this is how I normally trade. Is if I had a losing trade, the next trade I try to use as a, not immediately, but as a recovery trade before we go to the leveling. Before we make for a profitable trade, we just go for a recovery trade, and then once we get that back, we can look for further opportunity. Guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, I would highly encourage you to do so. This is a recovery trade, expecting to go up with little higher risk, so that we can cover the previous one and this one, and staying level up for this live session. So okay, so we can see that more possible here. The TP is here is because it may go, if it goes up, it may go up further, but we would like to see that the we want to stay in a higher probability for this move. Okay, going in the favor, which is good to see that. Cool. It's getting some positive reaction here. So I think we might see this one is pushing back up. What do you think? As the market has got a bounce from the daily support, gold will move down. Now this is a daily support. It may eventually could drop, but as we mentioned, that here we are looking for short-term move, and again it come back to the entry. Okay, at entry, and it's not going very fast, then we might be exiting without profit or loss. So wait to see how this candle closing. Okay, still running in some profit. Okay, at my entry, doesn't look very strongly bullish here. I'm exiting the trade with break even. So I'm out with the trade break even. It's not showing stronger momentum. So at entry I have closed without loss or profit here. So someday are like that, we may see move, may not see, but let the market to decide the directional bias here. We may see some sideways movement, and yeah, so we will be waiting for further confirmation here for this potential move back to the upside. Let's see what it might be doing here. We can see some reaction here in that area, but I'll let that go and we'll wait for a better setup. Here I was expecting a strong move, but it didn't do that. That's completely fine. The market sometime will work in the favor, sometime it might move in a sideways. So we'll be waiting for the next opportunity here. Retest closing price here. So in the meantime, we will go for a giveaway here for those who so far watched the live session. As we in the beginning of the session we discussed, and in this giveaway, for those who want to be in the academy for lifetime, you can get access to that with the winning of $500 worth of coupon to join the academy, where the keyword that for this giveaway is, today also we'll be using the gold. So keyword, so once you type gold on the live chat, you will be in the competition, and from those who will be writing the keyword gold, all of them when listed, one of you will be able to get access to the academy for lifetime here. So you can see that it's consolidating, also moving in that direction. So we'll leave it for a little more clearer directional bias while you guys can join that giveaway. So we see that 7 entries, so you can write keyword gold on the live chat, and then once you write that keyword, you will be in the list, and we will be choosing a winner in this live session to one of you to join the lifetime access in the academy, which is $500 worth of coupon that you can win to become a member, as well as get access to everything that we have, including all the automated system and everything. So you can write the live chat, in the live chat, the keyword to be in that list. So you found 10 entries. Let's play music here. You can write that keyword. You see 14 entries, and you can write the keyword on the live chat to be on the list to become in this giveaway competition, to become a member for the lifetime. One of you will be able to get access to that, and that everything. Still have a couple of members to take on the on this pool. So we have 16 entries. So you got 16 entries, 4 more, and then we will be giving, we'll be rolling for the winner, to get a winner to win $500 worth of coupon to join the academy, So the keyword is gold. Once you write the keyword or gold on the live chat, you will be on the list, and then we will be choosing that winner. All right, so going for a rollover, so you can see Nimisha has got today's winner to win $500 worth of coupon to join the academy to become a member. So there are two ways you can get access to the coupon. One way is visit the website and then use contact us page to send your username, and also you can send email stating your username. And if you scroll down here on the website, here the contact us page, you can write the message that you are winner of this, and you must use your YouTube username, today's date, and it will be sent to your email to join the detailed package. So thanks for that. And also, if anyone has any question, also you can join the free Telegram channel for more information about all the things that we have on the promotion, as well as any question. There is always information on the free Telegram for all the education and updates. So thank you for joining this live session, and we'll see you again, guys, trading live together. Here is Xauusd. In fact, has gone to the profit target, and we earlier closed it at entry, so it's gone to the, as per the plan, to the profit target, and it might keep pushing back to the upside. Now at the moment, better to wait for further entry opportunity. And thank you for joining again, guys. Tomorrow another big day coming up, and we'll see you again there trading live together. Until that, we'll see you again. Trade safe. We'll talk to you soon in another live session.